Each year, a swirling giant descends upon our coasts, bringing devastation. Hurricanes seem chaotic, yet beneath their fury lies a peculiar order. They follow consistent paths. What unseen forces orchestrate this annual dance, compelling these immense storms into a predictable rhythm, time and again? The journey of a hurricane begins in specific cradles of storms, requiring a precise cocktail of conditions. Crucially, ocean waters must be warm, above 26.5 degrees Celsius, to provide vital energy, coupled with high humidity for ample moisture. Low wind shear is also essential, preventing nascent storms from being torn apart by opposing winds at different altitudes. Finally, a pre-existing disturbance, such as a tropical wave, offers the initial rotational push. These ideal conditions are geographically concentrated, defining distinct hurricane basins like the tropical Atlantic, Eastern Pacific, and North Indian Ocean. Within these zones, Earth's rotation, via the Coriolis effect, imparts the crucial initial spin to these developing systems, setting the stage for their potentially powerful evolution. Hurricanes don't just wander, they navigate invisible highways in the atmosphere, guided by powerful steering currents. These currents are created by massive, persistent, high and low pressure systems. A prime example is the Bermuda High in the Atlantic, a vast area of high pressure whose clockwise circulation acts like an atmospheric shield, pushing storms westward along its southern edge. Initially, these developing storms are often propelled by the planet's steady trade winds, leading them across the tropical oceans in a generally westward direction. As a hurricane gains latitude and moves further north, it can encounter the westerlies, winds that typically flow from west to east at higher latitudes, which then cause the storm to curve northward and eastward. It's a bit like watching leaves float on a river. The hurricane is carried along by the larger, unseen currents of the atmosphere, following a path dictated by these prevailing wind patterns. The Earth's own rotation plays a fundamental role, manifesting as the Coriolis effect. Imagine our planet spinning beneath moving air and water. This rotation subtly deflects these moving masses. In the northern hemisphere, it pushes them to the right, and in the southern to the left. This invisible force is absolutely critical for hurricanes. It's why storms originating in the tropics often don't just continue westward indefinitely. As they move poleward, the increasing Coriolis force combined with altered steering currents causes that characteristic eastward turn, or recurve, away from the equator. Crucially, this same rotational force also imparts the cyclonic, counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere, clockwise in the southern, spin that defines a hurricane's swirling structure. Without the Earth's spin, these massive storms simply wouldn't acquire their defining rotation or follow their predictable, sweeping trajectories. Beyond the large-scale drivers, a hurricane's journey is finely tuned by its immediate surroundings. When these colossal storms encounter land, they lose their vital energy source, warm ocean water. Frictional drag from the terrain slows them, and mountains disrupt their structure, often leading to rapid weakening or dissipation. The ocean itself plays a nuanced role. Specific warm currents, like the loop current in the Gulf of Mexico, can act as superfueling stations, enabling significant intensification. Conversely, a hurricane can leave a cold wake by churning deep, cooler water to the surface, potentially weakening any future storms that pass over that same area. Furthermore, interactions with broader atmospheric systems like upper-level troughs and fronts are crucial. These can either pull a hurricane along, altering its speed and direction, or, in complex scenarios, cause it to stall and wander erratically, highlighting how local environmental factors are powerful modulators of a storm's behavior. Beyond immediate atmospheric conditions, large-scale climate variability adds another fascinating layer to hurricane patterns. Global phenomena like El Niño Southern Oscillation, ENSO, significantly impact storm activity by altering wind shear and steering currents across different ocean basins. For instance, El Niño often suppresses Atlantic hurricane activity while boosting it in the eastern Pacific. Other teleconnections, such as the North Atlantic Oscillation, NAO, also influence hurricane seasonality and preferred tracks over longer periods, orchestrating subtler, broader shifts. Despite these overarching patterns, hurricanes retain an inherent variability. Factors like rapid intensification, sudden looping motions, or unforeseen changes in steering currents can cause them to deviate unexpectedly, reminding us that even within a grand design, nature always holds a few surprises. Hurricanes follow complex yet patterned paths, shaped by formation, Coriolis effect, steering currents, and global climate. In your opinion, how might these established patterns evolve with ongoing climate change, affecting future predictions? Share your thoughts in the comments.